You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button.
Pro Football Focus has listed their biggest sleepers in this upcoming draft class. They put that out today over at PFF. And this, of course, comes post-Super Bowl and post-Senior Bowl in Mobile. So we'll run through. Go ahead, Paulie. We'll run through some of these. Nick Herbig from Wisconsin, big linebacker, is one of them. Darius Rush, cornerback from South Carolina, is also on the list. It's I was scrolling through to see if we'd run into any LSU players. Michael Wilson, a wide receiver from Stanford, is on there as well. Tyler Scott, a wide receiver from Cincinnati. Dwayne McBride, the running back from UAB. LSU got to see Dwayne McBride in Tiger Stadium this year. Of course, led the nation in rushing at the time. I don't know if he finished as the nation's leading rusher, but had a great season nonetheless. Moro Ojomo, a defensive tackle from the University of Texas. So some larger school guys, some smaller school guys, Western Kentucky, an edge guy from San Jose State, is a lot of what you see on this list. So I got to thinking, I wondered if we'd see an LSU guy on there, and there wasn't of the 10 or so that they listed among the biggest sleepers. And maybe this is maybe it's cheating a bit, because maybe he's not a sleeper, but if I start to think of the guy from LSU in this draft class that maybe has that boom potential that's not going to be a first-round pick, I think it's Jay Ward. And maybe this needs to be tempered a little bit, because Jay Ward's not going to be a first-round pick. He might not be a day 2 pick. He might last until day 3, and we'll see how that goes for Jay when ultimately he gets there. But when I look at Jay Ward, having played 46 games during his career at LSU, and having played corner and nickel and safety, and the fact that he was so versatile during his time at LSU, when I think of what the NFL is looking for, that's what I think of. I mean, I could see, you could maybe make a case for like Jark Bernard-Converse, who played a ton of football during his time in college, both at Oklahoma State and at LSU, transitioned from the Big 12 to the SEC, and played really well. So you could make that case. But I also think when you're looking at the NFL, there's at corner, to be on the outside, there's a certain level of athleticism you have to play on the outside. I don't know if that's Jark Bernard-Converse. When I look at Jay Ward, I think he's got that athleticism. He may not be Sauce Gardner. He may not be what Patrick Peterson was when he came over to Derek Stingley. But he may not be Marshawn Lattimore. But can he play on the outside? Tell me if this makes sense. And the build doesn't fit, but I think of P.J. Williams. P.J. Williams, maybe I just think P.J. Williams is bigger than Jay Ward, but he's 6 foot 196. P.J. Williams is. And P.J. Williams is working on a decade in the NFL. And when I look at Jay Ward, they got him listed at 6'2", 188. So they actually have Jay Ward bigger than P.J. Williams. And when I think of PJ, of course, he was drafted as a cornerback coming out of Florida State, but look at all the roles he's played. And I don't want you to roll your eyes, because a lot of Saints fans roll their eyes when they think about PJ Williams. But think about the number of different ways PJ Williams has impacted the Saints. As a nickel, as a dime, as a safety, as an outside cornerback when they've had injuries. He's played every position in that secondary because he's versatile enough to do it. I think that's Jay Ward. We saw Jay Ward in that 2020 COVID season play outside cornerback. After that, when they needed him to play nickel, he moved into a more comfortable spot. When they needed help at safety in 2021, he played safety. And he did all of them exceptionally well, and he's got good ball skills and athleticism and size. So I think if I'm looking at the guy in this LSU draft class, that maybe, again, the term that Pro Football Focus uses is the sleepers in the class, and that makes a lot of sense. I think it's Jay Ward, man. I think Jay Ward is the guy in this class where he may exceed whatever expectations people have today of him. No one would be surprised if B.J. Ojulari becomes a really productive pass rusher. I don't think anybody would be surprised if Kayshon Boutte goes to the next level and becomes a great pass catcher. Ali Gay, if he becomes a 10-year pro and plays on the defensive line, I don't think anybody would be surprised by that. If Jay Ward is a guy that's in there for a decade and becomes a versatile piece in an NFL secondary and becomes a really important piece of a team's defense, nobody's talking about Jay Ward today, but I would present Jay Ward as the guy I think would be the biggest sleeper in this draft class from LSU. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.